Morning, everyone. It's Monday morning, the 30th, and this is your pre opening comment. It's video number 916. Okay, folks, so here's the deal. First of all, economic news, there's pending home sales, not terribly important, and it doesn't come until 10 o'clock anyway. So, I got to do this a little earlier. Asia and Europe are both higher. The EU says that it will recommend a travel ban to the US because of the Delta variant, which really doesn't surprise me. I want to point out something. I'm going to mention a meme stock ASTR in a minute. But the ComScore, those are the people who put out the movie revenues. And the movie revenues this weekend for the Universal movie, Candyman, were 22 million. Usually, most of these in the past, certainly pre-pandemic, were 2 or 3 times that, sometimes 5 times that on a really important movie. And so I'm still at a loss for why some of these meme stocks and certainly AMC continue to hold at all. Okay, AFRM, AFRM, and Amazon in a partnership for buy now, pay later. AFRM is 95.5. That's up almost $28, over 40% on that news, which is great. I think what's not great is the fact that we're in this buy now, pay later. The extra unemployment money is going to cease next week. And that somewhat concerns me since, as I mentioned in my narrative last night, that history tends to repeat itself, and if it doesn't repeat itself, it rhymes. And I'll touch on that on the chart on the screen in a second. But some of these companies are chasing consumers, and when they catch them and those consumers have financial problems, it goes right through that system. Baxter buying Hill-Rom. That's the company that when you're in the hospital is plastered all over most of those hospital beds. If it's not Hill-Rom, it's Stryker. But Baxter is going to buy Hill-Rom, it looks like. Hill-Rom is HRC. The stock is 143.5, up 1060 or 8%. This is kind of an interesting one. BBIG, which is Vinco. The stock is $5.30, up $2.90, 120%. It has traded this morning as high as 1059. When I look for news, I don't really see much. Let's take a quick gander and see if anything else has come up on it. Nope. Absolutely nothing. All that it says in here, Vinco Ventures going gangbusters. Little stock up 75% pre-market. Last week, second quarter loss of 187. Yet after a week of range-bound trading, it jumped 80% on Friday. So there's no real reason on it, but maybe it's the new meme stock today. T-Mobile downgraded at KeyBank, not really doing much of anything. The stock is up tremendously over the last year or so. Last is 137.20, down $1.18. And that ASTR, ASTR, they had a failed mission over the weekend trying to launch and the engines evidently shut off a second after ignition. The vehicle did, in fact, recover its trajectory and was brought back down safely. But this is an unbelievable chart. Take a look at this. Reversed into the SPAC, $10. That was back in October of last year. Astra goes into it, trades as high as 22 and a half, then trades back to $9, then trades back to $16.95, then trades back to $8.12. Closed the day on Friday at $11.67 after a run of $2 on the week and a 3-week run from $8.18 to a high of $12.68. As I said, closed $11.67. This morning, unfortunately, the low is 8.5 and the last is $8.77, and that is down $2.90 or just under 25%. So that's about it for stocks and economic news. Here is the oil. Again, back to technical analysis being just a picture with history. And it does rhyme and it doesn't necessarily repeat, as I said. But when we hit 69.64 overnight last night, we ran right into the same sellers that we ran into 3 weeks ago at 69.62 that sent it down to $62, $61.47. So we're in this area where we broke down from. We've had a nice rally. I don't know how much of this is based on the shut-in of the Gulf of Mexico and Louisiana, both for drilling and refining. Excuse me, but gas prices have rallied pretty hard with it. And the oil is basically unchanged on the day, down 18 cents, not really much of a move. Excuse me, but this 69 3/4 to $70 and let's call it 71 is an area that will be a problem. The rest of the futures, last night when I did the video, we had the S&P up 6 and the NASDAQ up about 30 and the Dow up 53. Right now, we are a Dow implied open of up 18 and the S&P up about 460 and the NASDAQ pretty much right where it was last night. Actually now up about $16. So those numbers looking unimpressive, but certainly not hurt. The gold was a little higher, got up to 1826. It's basically unchanged, and the silver, which I'm looking at, thinking about buying the AGQ, and the silver is up a dime, and I think the chart is very constructive here. I'll give you a look at it. Nice consolidation, breaking up. Looks like the 5 and 20, which I rely on all the time here. Looks like the 5 is going to go through the 20 if we would just close even right where we are right now. But I'm going to guess we're going to see a move possibly back into this 25.5 area. And the AGQ is a 2-for-1 leveraged ETF. All right, folks, that's all I have for you this morning. Be careful out there. I'll put something out on the AGQ. I also distributed an article in the weekly letter on nat gas that was in Barron's over the weekend, and we had a really nice article on tellurian from the Wall Street Journal on Friday that is also in this week's weekly market insights. Okay, everyone, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow, and I'll be back tonight.